Hi there, I'm Janice McLeod. I am an author, artist, and letter writer, and I am here to inspire you to live a more creative life. And today I am going to show you some of my journal pages from my 2020 planner, which didn't get a lot of play because we were in lockdown. And who wants to journal about, today I picked up socks, today I butlered for a toddler? Nobody wants that. But it's still a great planner for art journaling. So I'm going to take you through a few pages. All of a sudden, it's very sunny outside. So I started off, with some sort of walk every day. And then the lockdown happened and we weren't even allowed to walk outside. So anyway, nothing much has changed, but I started taking parts and pieces of all the things I've collected along the way from Paris and thrift stores and charity shops and garage sales. And I started cutting things out and gluing them in my journal. And what I love about this is that I still see the date from behind, which is kind of fun. And this is actually the original sketch of the Arc de Triomphe, which I had in one of my Paris letters, which you can find in this book, Dear Paris. And I also added a page from a book that was falling apart, Memoirs of Montparnasse, and I underlined my favorite part, which was, she had a great talent for silence. And this, I think, was what made her so fascinating. Unlike right now when I'm rattling on. All of a sudden, it's really sunny. And here is another few sketches. This is Rue Mouffetard. I actually lived right underneath this Boucherie sign. So right in there is where my front door to my apartment was, which was a lovely place to live. And this guy is the fromagère, and he actually moved to Montreal. And for 6 years, he went up and down the street every day to take his kids to school. And every morning they would stop by Christophe and talk. And every afternoon they would stop by Christophe and talk. And it was a really lovely little relationship that was built on truly like 2 minutes at a time. And here's a sketch I did of a girl sitting at a cafe. Some of these are stickers. I would love to say that I did all these, but I didn't. I love a good sticker. But I did take this photo, Montparnasse. And this girl isn't mine, but she's lovely. So I grabbed her from somewhere. I would love to tell you from where, but no idea. And here's a few more pages from this is a sketch I did of a guy. He actually was just on a park bench. But when I wrote the story about the stamp guy that I buy stamps from, I used his image because I just thought this guy looks so good, he's such a stern look on his face. And is that it? Oh, no. There's a few more pages from Memoirs of Montparnasse. The book just fell apart as I read it. I bought it at Shakespeare and Company, and it was already on its last leg, but I kept some of the good pages. I just love how it fades in here. Here's a perfume bottle that I did for a letter about perfume in, again, the book, Dear Paris. This is actually another sketch of Rue Mouffetard, but from my front door. So I'm looking up the street, and I added a few more of my perfume sketches, and a lady smoking ciggies, because they all smoke ciggies in Paris. And then a few more bits and bobs. Some of these are from the catalogs from the the big department stores in Paris that are so good, and they have these wonderful catalogs that, you know, they're beautiful paper, beautifully bound, beautiful design, beautiful illustrations. So I kept some of that stuff to add to my art journal. And then this is another nice little lady. She is a lady from Le Select Cafe in Montparnasse. Okay, I guess there's kind of a theme here. And I pulled this bit out of the book. It says 3 ritual, ritual kissing. Everyone at the table must be kissed at least twice, often 3 times, and in special cases 4 times. Those being kissed should remain seated, allowing the new arrival to bend and swoop around the table, tossing her hair, getting in the way of the waiters, and generally making her presence felt. Somehow I have a feeling that is not from Memoirs of Montparnasse. I think that is from A Year in Provence by Peter Mayle, who is my neighbor at the bookstore. So my books are in between books by Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman, who did the Long Way Down, Long Way Around, Long Way Up, Long Way Across, and Peter Mayle, who did the A Year in Provence. So right in the middle there are my books, in case you're interested. And then here's a receipt from one of the hotels in Paris where my mom and sister stayed when they were in Paris when I got married. And here's a few lovely ladies from one of those sewing patterns, which I love to collect, not because I want to sew, because I have tried sewing and I'm very bad at it. I'm better at cutting things out and gluing them in places instead of stitching them together. But I really liked their dresses and I liked their look, and I just thought that was a cool vintage thing. And of course, my favorite butter in Paris. And then the final one is the black currants that these are not them. These are the white pearl currant, but it says black currant. Oh, led through, and a lovely little pocket with the original due date slip in it from the public library. From one of the books I got from the public library. So I think that is probably it for now. Oh no, there's some other stuff in here, but it's only in stages. Like, I think I might add a little something to this. I'm not sure. This is the original sketch that ended up on the cover of Dear Paris, which is fun. And this is, of course, this is the view outside my friend Melanie's house. Her apartment in Paris, you look out her bedroom window and that's the view you get. So I took a picture and then I sketched it later. And then a few more fun things. It was really a nice time to do some of these artsy things in the middle of the chaos that was the lockdown. And I hope we don't have any more lockdowns, but hopefully we will have a lot more journal pages. So I will put a link to the books down below that I mentioned in here. And I hope you have a beautiful, creative day.